Welcome to the Brick Lane pregame show from Melbourne Ballpark. It's game 2 between the Melbourne Aces and the Canberra Cavalry. What better place to be on a hot, windy night than a brand new sponsor, the Harcourt Cider and Juice Bar. We'll camp out here for a little while until the game starts. My name's Ed White, alongside me Max Tanzer, the voice of the Melbourne Aces. And last night, Max, we saw a very competitive game, but some good things, but ultimately the Aces couldn't get it done.
Absolutely. Again, after loading the bases up in the first inning, they really struggled to generate any sort of traffic after that. One of the big bright spots, though, was Shawn Morando. 6 innings in his Aces debut. Really fantastic against his former club. We were able to speak to him before the game to get his thoughts on his outing.
Yeah, it felt good. It was an exciting night, to be back here to play and pitch and show what I can do. And just excited for the opportunity to be here.
What stood out about Melbourne for you? I know you pitched against the Aces a lot when you were with Canberra a couple of years ago. What stood out about the Aces?
I would say the staff, the coaching staff, they were definitely influential. They kept in contact with me, and it just felt like the right fit, for what I need to accomplish and what I'm looking to do for next year, and to come here and to really pitch and have the opportunity, once a week to come out here and throw is huge.
Yeah, it seemed like your breaking ball was a good offering yesterday. I was able to get some chase on it, land it for a strike, and get a couple of punch-outs too. Was that one of the better pitches for you?
Yeah, I try to mix it all. It's been a while since I've been into a game, but, I feel great. I feel prepared, so I'm just trying to mix my stuff to really show what I can do. Obviously I had TJ over a year ago, so coming back from that, it's still a process, but I feel strong, I feel healthy, and just kind of working my fastball, my off-speed pitches, to change looks, to really just showcase what I can do.
How good does it feel to get back out on the mound and dominate like you did after the TJ surgery?
It feels good. It's obviously there's always that question mark. Every time you have a major surgery, to come out here and compete with the guys, and just it's fun. It takes the heaviness away from quote unquote the rehab, and just come out here and play the game I love. Play baseball with the guys and just enjoy the moment.
And then facing your former team in Canberra, I know the coaching staff's not the same, but any overlapping guys that you knew, what did it mean to you to face your former club?
Yeah, it was cool. Obviously I was pretty locked in, so I didn't have a chance to talk to any of the guys like Cam, and I catch up with him. But for the most part, it's exciting. Yeah,
and then what are your main goals for the season here?
Just to keep pitching, and just to keep showing I'm back, I'm healthy, I'm me, and then pretty much help the team win, put as many zeros as I can, have fun, and just take it one day at a time.
Once again, Shawn Morando, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts in his Aces debut. Fantastic stuff from the Southpaw.
Very impressive, and we've got another newcomer on the mound tonight for the Aces, don't we, Max?
That's right, Jonathan Tripp, the right-hander, making his ABL debut this evening, and he was really good last Friday in the practice game. 2 innings, 4 strikeouts, and was working really quickly, too.
Yeah, it'll be a challenge for him tonight against a feisty Canberra club. They're missing some players. The Aces, of course, missing a lot of them over at the Premier 12 tournament. Big win, by the way, for Australia over the Dominican Republic. But Robbie Perkins, the Canberra catcher, drove in 4 runs. They were missing him last night, but maybe weren't missing him because they did pretty well.
Absolutely. Should be a good one tonight. The Aces looking to even up the series. Meanwhile, Canberra trying to play spoiler in what should be another big crowd here at Melbourne Ballpark. First pitch is coming up next.
Well, that's hit well to center field. Back. It's out of here. That's hit hard by Jordan. Deep center field. Back goes Robson. It's out of here. Daryl George over the center field wall.
And this is crossed right center. McGuire back, looks up, and there's number 8. What's next for him? This is crossed way out towards left field. The track, the wall, and this is gone.
some Saturday night baseball here for you in Melbourne, Australia, as we get set for Game 2 of this 4-game set between the Canberra Cavalry and the Melbourne Aces. Max Tanza here, joined alongside Ed Wyatt. It was a 3-0 win for the Cavalry yesterday. They look to make this a 2-game series lead. Meanwhile, Melbourne looking for the response. And Ed, again, the offense struggled for the Aces yesterday, looking to turn things around.
Yeah, absolutely right. And I think the issue we talked about a little bit in the pregame, so many Aces stars away with the Team Australia, Glendenning, George, Kent, Whitefield. But that's the reality of it. It's like when you get an injury, you've got to deal with it. Next man up, as the current cliche says. There were a few good signs yesterday, but again, it was mainly the pitching, fielding side of it. The hitting, getting some runs across the plate continues to be a challenge.
As you can see on your screen, it's a little bit overcast tonight, but the heat is up there. Let's take a look at the weather for this evening's contest, brought to you by Vibrant Services. 33 degrees. One of the hottest nights we've had since at least I've been here the last few weeks. And hopefully, for both cases, on both sides of the ball maybe carries a little bit more as the Aces look to heat the bat up.
Yeah, it is very windy, although the wind seems to be dying a little bit. When I first arrived at the ballpark about 5 p.m., it was very, very windy, but it seems to be a little bit less windy at the moment. As you look at the party deck there, another nice crowd. Probably not as big as last night's unbelievable third biggest crowd in Aces history, but still a very nice crowd tonight. Will be interesting to see how the wind affects play tonight. We'll get a sense of that as the evening unfolds.
No doubt about that. Aces are just about ready to take the field. We're going to step aside, but when we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups, and it'll be time for first pitch here on the Melbourne Aces Television Network. Bring you back to Melbourne Ballpark, just about ready for first pitch here for the second game of this 4-game opening series between the Cavalry and the Aces. Let's take a look at the starting 9 tonight. First for Melbourne, announced by manager John Diebel. Antonis Macias will lead things off at second base, just as he did yesterday. Shun Ho Wang will follow behind him in center field. Batting third, a familiar face, Greg Bird in the DH spot. And right behind him, cleaning things up, the big first baseman, Arturo Disla. Jared Belbin in right field picked up a hit and stolen base yesterday. He'll bat fifth. Followed behind him will be the switch hitting catcher Mitchell Edwards. Gets the start behind the plate for the second consecutive night. Chris Proctor moved up to the 7th spot, had that big double yesterday. He'll play left field. Junwei Liu, the sure-handed shortstop, will bat 8th right behind him. Rounding out the 9, making his season debut in his 11th season with Melbourne is Jared Cruz at third base. And Jonathan Tripp gets the start on the hill for Melbourne with his Australian Baseball League debut.
Really just the one change. Cruz in for Paven Parks at third base. And you look at manager John Diebel there, pensive as always. Jared Cruz, one of those guys that's just been around, as you mentioned, forever. He's played virtually every position on the field. I don't think he's pitched. I'm not sure he's been behind the plate. He has played everywhere else. Great teammate, great guy, and someone that has always been, I talked about next man up, he has been that guy for the Aces over the years.
I'm sure he could pitch or catch a game behind the plate if you needed him to. His Aces are just about ready to take the field. Let's take a look at the other side now, the starting lineup for the Canberra Cavalry, announced by bench coach Mike Couchet in for manager Jim Bennett, who's with Team Australia in the WBSC. Leading things off for the Cavalry will be the first baseman Jacob Teeter. He was 0 for 2 but did walk a couple of times. Cam Warner in left will bat second. Miles Symington drove in a run late in the game last night, will bat third and center. Miguel Palma does the catching, cleaning things up. Atsushi Katsumana in right field will bat fifth. Jason Matthews, who really broke things open yesterday, had that big double, drove in a run. He'll bat seventh. Jordan Wogu drove in the first run of the night for the Cavalry, was 1 for 3 with an RBI double. He'll bat eighth. Sam Kimorley will bat eighth at second base, and then George Khalil, the former ace, will round out the 9 at shortstop.
Yeah, so the shift there with Warner goes to left field from second base. Kimorley comes in at second base where Warner played last night, and that means Matt Halbach, the DH, last night does not make the starting lineup because that is now Wogo, who was in left field last night. Yeah, just an extra right-hander in that lineup against the right-hander Jonathan Tripp, who takes his first warm-up tosses in a Melbourne Aces uniform. Member of the Cleburne Railroaders in the American Association this past season. 20 outings, 19 starts, and he was dominant. A 2.97 ERA over 112 innings of work, struck out 84 batters in that stretch. This will be his first time pitching out of America, so a great opportunity for him here, and a guy that John Diebel make that held really highly when we talked to him earlier in the week. Him and Shawn Morando, the two leaders at the top of this rotation. You mentioned 84 strikeouts. That goes with only 35 walks as well, too, so super efficient there. You said he hasn't played out of the U.S. I would argue that Lubbock, Texas, technically is not in the U.S. if you've ever been to Lubbock. Just kidding from our friends out there. Our good friend Mark Allen, Australian media guy, golfer, played at Texas Tech, so I like to have a crack at Texas Tech. No, he played there and also University of New Mexico. Some real good experience for a Tripp, and you're right, he looked really sharp in that practice game last week. Yeah, threw 2 innings, struck out 4 batters, got into some trouble in his first inning of work, but really settled in after that. It's a sinker, cutter, curveball, changeup mix for the right-hander Tripp out of Lancaster, Ohio, making his ABL debut. Here comes Jacob Teeter to the plate, leading things off for the second consecutive night for the Cavalry, as we are ready to get things going here from Melbourne Ballpark. The Aces looking to get in the win column for the first time this year. First pitch is fouled straight back, and we are underway as the count moves to 0-1. You mentioned Teeter, obviously, with that torrid hitting last year in the American Association, 0 for 2 yesterday, but hit the ball hard and did get on with 2 walks, as you mentioned. So you could already see he's a dangerous leadoff hitter, no doubt about it. He walked over 80 times in the American Association last year, more than he struck out, too. Really disciplined hitter. Pitch called a strike, arm side run on the fastball on the inner edge, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
So it'll be Teeter, Warner, and Symington to start things off. Just past 7 o'clock as we begin play here, and as we mentioned, 33 degrees at first pitch. It was pretty bright and sunny for most of the day, but the clouds have come across now. Yep, absolutely, which probably is going to keep it a little cooler. And with that little bit of a breeze, it might cool down a little bit quicker than expected. Here's the 1-2. Swinging it skied, straightaway center. Sean Ho Wang ranges towards his right. He's there to make the catch, and 1 up, 1 down to begin the night for Jonathan Tripp. Defensively for the Aces, you've met Wang in center, Chris Proctor in left, and Jared Belbin in right. Jared Cruz over at third, Junwei Liu at short, and Thomas Macias at second. Arturo Disla at first, and Mitchell Edwards behind the plate. Essentially the same defensive lineup aside from Cruz in for Parks. So here's Cam Warner. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. One of the busiest men in the ballpark yesterday. A lot of action at second base. Couple of hits. It's the table setter for the Cavalry yesterday. He lines this one foul down the left field line. 0-2 the count. I mean, he was involved in almost everything, it seemed like. Sure seemed like it. Tumbling to his left, sliding towards his right, making a snap throw to third in the first inning that ended up being pivotal for the Aces. Just had a nightmare flashback there with that hard, sharp liner down the third base line. That's where the runs came from yesterday. Yes, let's stay away from that left field corner. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Upstairs with the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2.
For Tripp, he could go deep into games for you as well. In fact, went as deep as 8 innings in the American Association this year. 3rd season in that league, an independent league in America, as that one just moves outside. 2-2.
It's a really important game tonight after dropping that one yesterday. You don't want to drop this one. Sunday and Monday being a little bit of a crapshoot, kind of with the lineups.
2-2's rolled up the middle. Right behind the bag is Macias. He gathers and throws. 2 away.
So, you're not sure with some of these pitching staffs not being completely ready to go. In fact, I spoke with Reese Nitt, the veteran who will throw for Canberra, I believe, on Monday. He's retired. He's only pitching in the state league, but Canberra said, we need you. We're waiting on a Japanese import to come in. So that's why I'm just saying tonight's game is important for the Aces. Get this 1-1 level of the series, see what happens on Sunday and Monday.
100% agree. And on top of that, too, these are guys who are just getting to know each other and learn each other. So the opportunity to win a game, I think, kind of would loosen you up a little bit.
Yeah, correct.
Bring you together. Here's Miles Symington. The 0-1 is outside. Count evens out.
It's a guy you want to keep off the base paths.
Indeed.
Symington.
Stole 28 bags for Winnipeg in the American Association. Down straight back 1-2. A couple of guys who faced each other facing off right here during the regular season over in the American Association.
That must be interesting. Come all the way over across the world and facing the same guy you faced in your league.
Yeah, I'll see you this winter. Where? Ohio? Winnipeg? No, Australia. Foul straight back. Still 1-2.
2 outs.
I talked to Tripp a couple days ago in passing. He did say this is his first time in Australia.
1 ball, 2
For a lot of these guys, I think, on top of the fact that you don't know your teammates as well, you're also adjusting to a completely new environment. 1-2. Popped up, third base side. Cruz was shifted, ranging over towards the corner. He slides and makes the catch. Welcome back, Jared Cruz. Flashes the leather as that will end the top of the first inning. Easy breezy for Jonathan Tripp. As we head to the bottom of the first, the Aces will swing the bats for the first time tonight when we come back. Well,
When enjoying a punt, easy does it with Punt 123. Punt123.bet is your home for all your punting needs with same race multis and same game multi options, including daily promotions on all the major sporting and racing events. It's punting made easy. Get in the game with Punt 123. Visit punt123.bet or download the app today. Gamble responsibly. If gambling becomes an issue for you, call 1-800-858-858.
Bring you back to Melbourne Ballpark. Not as big as a crowd as yesterday, but the stand's still full here as these baseball fans getting to see some baseball for the first time since what? Almost a year ago? February, January, 8 to 10 months? Let's take a look at tonight's starter for Canberra. It's going to be right-hander Carlos Calderon, a Houston product, or a product of the Houston Astros organization, made 14 starts for them in high A. And struggled, obviously worked through some injuries too. 51 2/3 of an innings work and a 9.58 ERA. And to get his night started, he'll face a Texas Rangers minor league farm prospect and Antonis Macias. So essentially a future AL West showdown right here.
Absolutely right.
Macias was 1 for 4 yesterday as he gets things started for the Aces. First pitch. Down low, ball 1. Your umpires for tonight, Casey Cook calling balls and strikes. Teruka Mitsuguchi over at first base, Jeff Dunn at second, and Taro Murayama over at third. Count evens at 1 here on Macias.
Just to recap last night's game, Macias singled, Wang walked, Bird gone for an error. So they started brightly, just couldn't bring anyone around. So let's hope for more of the same. Getting on, but this time being able to push a run or two across here early, that would do wonders for the Aces.
And I think when you look back at that game, that's the inning that you circle right there. Opportunity for them it was to break it really wide open. Count even at 2-2 on Macias, who will have lengthy plate appearances, has a really good idea of the strike zone.
That was a really good eye on that one, that's for sure.
2-2 the count, just getting underway here at Melbourne Ballpark. Pitch is skied into shallow left field. Cam Warner will range in and make the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Macias retires. Warner will man at left field, as you just saw, for the Cavalry. In center, Miles Symington, Atsushi Katsumana in right. Jason Matthews over at the hot corner. George Khalil and Sam Morley up the middle. Jacob Teeter over at first, and Miguel Palma does the catching for the second consecutive evening. Actually have the Houston Astros battery here tonight, Calderon and Palma. Here's Shunho Wang as he rolls this up the first base line, and a smothering stop by Teeter. He'll take it to the bag for a quick out, number 2.
Yeah, nice play by Teeter there. I thought for a second that had a chance. Just wasn't hit sharply enough, but close.
And if it does get by him, there's a shot that Wang is on second base right now.
That's a nice play from Teeter.
2 down, nobody on. Here's Greg Bird, and he gets a loud ovation. First pitch, a big swing and a miss for strike 1.
This might be the type of weather that Bird gets hold of one and it sails over the fence. I'm not making any prediction, but I just have a thought.
0-1. Down low. Count evens up. 11 homers for Bird last year. That was tied for the ABL league lead. And when we were down there for VP, Ed, I felt like the ball was still carrying pretty well. 1-1. Down and away. 2-1.
Disla put a couple over the left center field fences for sure.
I was just going to say maybe it was because Arturo Disla was hitting and just how hard he could hit it.
That could be it.
The backspin, when you're watching BP from down in the field and seeing it just continue to rise off of his bat is incredible. 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Ow.
Count will even up. I mean, he was just hitting low line drives that you think would topspin down, hit off the track, and they just would sneak over the wall in left center field, hit one over the batter's eye in center. Down low, count full at 3-2. Disla on deck if Bird can reach.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Nice at bat here from Bird in a little bit of a hole, but again, that good eye, that experienced eye.
Payoff. Swing, and this one's cranked in the air to deep left center field. Warner back at the track. Kiss it goodbye. Greg Bird gets things started for the Aces. Their first run, a home run the other way, and it's 1-0 Melbourne.
I don't want to say I told you so, Max, but I told you so. And that home run is brought to you by Crew Fitness.
An absolute bullet the other way. That's some impressive opposite field pop from Bird. So that makes way to Arturo Disla now. So he picks up right where he left off. 11 homers last year. First pitch to Disla's inside for ball 1. Such a calm, easy swing, too, to just, I don't want to say he slapped it because it came off with some exit velocity, but didn't put too much into it and was still able to get it well out to left center field.
Yeah, he does have that nice, smooth swing, no doubt about it. And welcome to the ABL, Mr. Calderon.
1-1 the count now. And Calderon did struggle giving up hard contact this past year. Opponents hit over 360 against him. This one's lined down to the left field corner to get down for a base hit. Disla will hold it first, and after a base hit yesterday, he picks up his second of the year, and the Ace is looking to keep the line moving here.
Good stuff by the big guy. And now Jared Belbin, 1 for 3 yesterday and a walk.
Yeah, and after 2 quick outs for Calderon, some hard contact. The Ace is pouncing on him quickly here. First pitch, taken for a strike, 0-1. Belbin in his second tour of duty here with the Aces. But looking to get more of an opportunity this year. Just about 20 at-bats last season. That's taken outside for ball 1.
Yeah, he'll be looking to log some more playing time this year, that's for sure. He's only going to get better with more experience, more time on the field.
1-1. A strike on the outside corner, 1-2. So the Aces, after being shut out yesterday, wasting no time to get that first run of the year.
Where was that yesterday?
Hey, you'll take it right now wherever you can get it.
Of course.
A good start for them. Here's the 1-2. Weak wave and a miss for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Looked like maybe Belbin had gotten a piece, but Palma will apply the tag for out number 3, but not before Greg Bird gets things started with an exclamation point. His first homer of the year the other way keeps the Aces a 1-0 lead. Top of the second coming up after this. Well, Jonathan Tripp comes back out for the second inning with a lead after the Greg Bird solo homer to left center field. And Ed, how about that call you had?
Well, I just said that the weather felt like something that Bird could do, and has that swing opposite field. Look at that swing, so smooth.
Just doesn't try to do too much and ends up getting all of it. First pitch to Miguel Palma, who leads things off, is taken for a strike, 0-1. So Tripp, the first Aces pitcher to take them out with a lead this season. Hopefully many more instances of such as this one's skied. First base side, Disla. Backpedaling, the wind picks it up, and he's able to hold on to it. One away. That's a scary feeling, Ed.
I was talking to Jared Cruz about that before the game, just the idea that you just have to get a sense of how the wind works, and you saw that actually in the first inning with Wang in center field. Came in and looked like he had to go back slightly, and Disla had to do the same thing there, just kind of keep an eye on it.
Here's Katsumata. He swings and lines this one down in the right field. A knock, and it skips past Beblin and all the way to the wall. Katsumata will range in a second standing up. He has been so aggressive so far in this series. I think he swung at the first pitch in, 4 of his 5 first at-bats?
We talked about that last night. We did, and this time he connects. That sharp contact. Might just get a look at it here in a second. Belbin couldn't keep it in front of him, and that accounted for the extra base there.
Probably will be a single and an E9 as we take another look here.
So look, just takes a wacky little bounce there off the grass and gets by him.
So that makes way now to Jason Matthews, who did drive in a run yesterday as well. Tying run in scoring position now. First pitch is at the knees, perfectly placed from Tripp. 0-1. What I think is interesting, Ed, about the roster construction for the Aces this year is, especially when the Team Australia guys come back, you have a lot of consistency from last year's roster, but the pitching staff, aside from Stephen Kent and a handful of the bullpen arms, is brand new.
It is.
Especially when you consider the guys at the top of your rotation, Morando and Tripp. You have the 2 Japanese pitchers from Oryx as well. And so an almost entirely new pitching staff for Mitchell Edwards to learn here in a hurry. 0-2 is strike 3 called, got him looking. A breaking ball pinpointed on the outer edge. 2 away.
That's a big out right there. Matthews, danger man from last night.
First strikeout in the Aces career of Jonathan Tripp. So that'll make way to Jordan Wogu now, who Drove in the first run of the night yesterday for Canberra. First pitch. Oh, swing and a foul straight back, 0-1. That pitch was on him right there, and he somehow got a piece.
I thought it was going to hit it, and he ended up swinging at it.
So we haven't really gotten to see Tripp pitch too much aside from the practice game, but out of the gate, he gets so much arm side run. That thing is moving quickly into right-handed hitters. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Riding fastball upstairs. Quickly 0-2.
2 strikes.
Sharp, no doubt about it.
2 strikes, 2 outs. If your next down is a strike.
Tripp looking to strand the tying run in scoring position after Katsumana advanced on the E9. He's ahead big time. He's set. Here's the 0-2.
Ball. No, he didn't.
Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2.
Just such a different feel tonight with the weather, aces on the board first. Other than the pitching, which is similar to Morando, but other than that, just a little different feel. Crowd's a little different.
1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. I think maybe you got to feel
2-2.
as well the just intensity and maybe the jitters from opening night. Maybe you could play a little bit looser now. Still a good crowd on hand tonight.
Yeah, great crowd.
At least over 1,000 from the naked eye. 2-2. Inside, tried that running fastball again. This time, Wogu takes.
That's the one he swung at. It was exactly like that.
And he got into the slot again, ready to go. And that's not anything against Wogu. It's just how filthy of a pitch that is from Tripp.
Yeah.
Good luck right-handed hitters tonight. 3-2. Fouled straight back. Count still holds full. Got to imagine the lights will flicker on a little bit earlier tonight with the overcast skies.
Yeah, I think they actually are starting to warm up a little bit. In fact, those lights, brand new a couple years ago, really.
I heard, yeah.
Really good, really added to the atmosphere here.
Count still full, the payoff.
Ball 4.
Down low, ball 4. Edwards will keep it in the circle. First and second now, 2 down, and that'll bring up Sam Kinmorley.
It's good at-bat from Wogu there. Here's the replay on that pitch.
First walk allowed of the night as well from Tripp.
Dirt. Well blocked by Edwards, even though for a second he got away from it.
Tried to get the chase in the breaking ball, but this time Wogu did not budge.
So here's Kinmorley. He did not play last night, 3rd season with Canberra.
Switch hitter batting left, slashed it at foul.
In 208 last year. He's a Canberra kid from the Western Creek Baseball Club. Played at a small school in Indiana, Huntington College, which is NAIA, which is below the NCAA, which is the bigger schools if you don't know your American colleges that well.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Rolled over, right side, Disla backhand, shovels to Tripp, covering in time. That'll end the inning. Canberra threatens with runners at first and second, but Tripp able to walk the tightrope. We to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Aces here on the Aces TV network.
One Love is there for the moments with the people you love the most. To share the highs and the lows together. It's the one for all people, all times, and all places. Brick Lane's One Love Pale Ale. It's the one for all.
Light and Easy's award-winning healthy meal delivery service features over 235 delicious breakfasts, lunches and dinners for everyone to enjoy. From those who want to lose weight to those who want to gain more free time. From those who want to be a little healthier to those a little older who want to age well. There's no shopping or cooking and there's no contracts or subscriptions. Just your choice of affordable, ready-to-eat meals delivered to your door when you need them. Visit lightandeasy.com.au today.
Bottom of the second inning here at Melbourne Ballpark, 1-0 Aces on the Greg Bird solo home run out to left center field. As Calderon comes out for his second inning of work and looking for a cleaner inning at.
Yeah, absolutely right. Wants to do that. On the other hand, if you're the Aces, As you look at Jonathan Tripp there, you can tell sweaty forward and hair on a very hot night, swatting at some of those pesky Australian flies that always come out in the summer when the weather gets warm. But from the Aces standpoint, you've got that one run. You've broken through. Let's keep it going, right? That's what you're thinking if you're John Diebel, if you're the Aces at the moment. Keep it going.
Keep the pressure applied.
Yep.
Well, it'll be Edwards, Proctor, and Liu, 6, 7, and 8 here in the Aces lineup. Edwards, after an 0 for 4 yesterday, looking to get things started here against his former club. Switch hitter batting left. First pitch is a backdoor breaking ball, perfectly placed on the outer edge, 0-1. Greg Bird's homer, his first of the season, and a team leader in the clubhouse and on the field.
Ball out.
Outside, 1-1. It's funny because I asked John Diebel a couple days ago just to talk about the presence of Greg Bird and the leadership, and almost jokingly, he was like, and he happens to be a great bat in the middle of the lineup, too. And you almost just wonder which one's more valuable, the power presence or the leadership that he brings to bring this clubhouse together, especially a group of guys who may not be as familiar with each other. 1-2 is outside. Count evens up.
Can't you have both?
Best of both worlds, right? The guy who's excelled at every organization in baseball and has really embraced Australian baseball. 2-2, line foul.
And he's a good-looking guy, too. So he's got a little bit going for him, right?
He's growing out the locks.
He looks great.
He has the
looks
beard.
Fantastic.
You know, I haven't asked him this. I'm not sure what the answer would be, but with the Yankees, you can't grow out
That's
your beard.
right, yeah.
And here he is with it as that one's rolled up the middle. A diving stop by Kimorley. The throw in time.
Wow.
Canberra's really flashed the leather. Whoever's been at second base for the Cavalry has a magnet in their glove, and that's a really good play from Sam Kimorley.
That's a super play from Kimorley. I thought that was going to sneak through. We'll get a look at it again on replay. Edwards gets a nice crack at it, but dive, and then from the knees, and they just got it there. I wasn't sure the throw was going to make it, but nice stretch from Teeter as well.
First pitch to Proctor's down low, ball 1. That's a tricky situation because you're trying to get that ball out as soon as you can, and you can see the grip probably wasn't ideal in the first part of his transition to his throwing hand, and I think at one point he just had to bite it and sling it over and just got enough on it.
I thought Proctor looked decent at the plate last night.
He did.
1 for 3, but
ball out.
Outside, 1-1.
Shot at some empty seats there. I imagine. I guess that's the bullpen.
Two ball, strike.
You'd hope not if you're one of these teams.
You don't need it now.
Here's the 2-1. Swing, and this one's sent in the air in the left field. Warner will range over. A couple steps to his right makes the catch. 2 away. Both teams got a really decent performance from both of their starters. We talked about Shawn Morando, but how about Jack Mahoney? Jack Mahoney, who was primarily a reliever during his regular season, was able to go 5 innings, and I know that you talked to Mike Boucher before the game about that.
I did, yeah. He said they got out of him exactly what they wanted. We were wondering how many innings he was going to go if he was ready to play. Indeed, he was.
And he looked really good.
He pitched really, really well.
A lot of uncomfortable plate appearances, and after he got out of that first inning, he was a completely different arm. Liu will roll this over to short. Gathering and throwing is Khalil. That's in time to retire the speedy shortstop to end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go down the Aces. A good bounce back from Calderon. We head to the top of the third. Aces lead by 1. Jonathan Tripp has put 2 zeros on the board for his first 2 innings of work, and he looks to do the same as we start the top of the third. Max Tanzer here joined alongside Ed Wyatt here in Game 2 of the Australian Baseball League season, and plenty of fans packing the house here tonight in the grandstands, down on the dining sides as well. A really calm and nice night for baseball.
It is a little bit warm if you don't love 30 degrees. You got to find a way to cool down. Fortunately, there are plenty of ways to do it here. All the various food and drink places, which are really hopping tonight again. As we said, last night, huge crowd, right? You can't benchmark from last night. Third biggest crowd in the history of the Aces. This is a very, very nice Saturday night crowd at Melbourne Ballpark.
And it was also the best opening night crowd they've had in just about 10 years.
Is that right?
Really, really impressive stuff. And hopefully fans continue to pack the house. As the first pitch on the way to Khalil is taken down low for ball one. I think it's such a great sign to see how much not only the sport is growing, but the league, especially in this specific area, is growing. There's more awareness about it. People are clearly chomping at the bit to come to the ballpark after a long off season.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, having the Korean teams come out, having Japanese, Korean, Taiwanese players, it really helps as well, too, for creating that awareness here in this whole sort of region, if you will, Australasia, whatever you want to call it.
2 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been a part of Aces broadcasts for what, the last decade? So you've seen it grow. You've seen it from the start.
Well, the thing I always say, too, is if you had seen this ballpark 10 years ago and what Brett Ralph and the guys have been able to do, Mick Warren and people, the things they've added to make this a legitimate baseball park is remarkable.
2-2, rolled up the middle. Macias, backhand slides, throw from his knees, not in time. Good effort from Macias over at second base, but an infield single for Khalil.
Yeah, Khalil has decent speed. I wouldn't say great speed, but decent speed, able to beat that out. Second hit of the series for the former ace. Here he is.
Yeah, and it was a nice stop from Macias right here. Gave it his best shot. Again, very similar to the Kimberly play, honestly, where you just got to get rid of the ball as quick as you can. Top of the order up, here's Jacob Teeter. First pitch is outside, ball one. I love that you talk about the stadium because this is my first impression of it. I arrived here in Melbourne, I think just about a month ago now, 4 weeks. And I love it here. It's amazing. And I can only imagine how much it's grown. As the next pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 1-1, and it continues to grow as well. We're getting more facilities built around in the area. Yes. I know a backfield was added last year, too.
For the Hanwha Eagles, yep.
And so just seeing it continue to grow is huge for just the future of the organization. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, if you look around, so much. The scoreboard, the lights, the areas down the left and right field fence where the food trucks are, the hospitality areas, just remarkable.
We were standing up at the very top of the grandstands yesterday. That one misses outside. 3-1 the count here on Jacob Teeter. And we were watching the line that was wrapped around the parking lot yesterday. Again, we mentioned one of the biggest crowds in Aces history, but they were ready to go, and it was well before the game. Swinging a high chopper. Nice stop by Macias. Goes to second for one. The relay's in time. Macias flashing the leather in this inning, picking it on a tricky hop and then getting rid of it quickly to start the 4-6-3 twin killer.
That's brought to you by Master Dry Cleaners. What a play, Macias. Really nice. And then a good throw from Leo as well, and that stretch from Disla, who continues to impress in the field.
He can really move well. We were talking about it in one of the breaks as the first pitch to Warner's taken for a strike. Not only can he stretch really well, but he moves quickly.
He's such a big guy. You think of like a Cecil Fielder or a Prince Fielder or something, but he really does have that flexibility and that mobility as well.
Mobility is the perfect way to put it, too.
Really close on.
And I think just explosiveness, moving to his right, moving to his left. So a sneaky part of his game. 2 down quickly now. Just what Tripp needed as he finds the strike zone. 1-2 now. So a couple of
1 ball, 2 strike.
Ground balls induced by Tripp in big spots. At the first double play turn tonight. 1-2.
Ball.
Just a little bit upstairs. Count will even up. For Tripp so far, he's
2-2.
Been able to wiggle out of a couple of tricky situations, but so far he's been in good shape with his pitch count. 2-2 has popped up out of play. Count will still hold. now at 43 pitches through 2 2/3.
I always love watching the kids as they watch the ball, and then they think they have a chance, and it lands on top of the net down there in the first base line. Oh, no chance.
That's where you need to go find like a stick in the parking lot just to poke it up.
I've seen people do that.
I've seen people create devices. It's intense. 2-2 is swung on and sent in the air to straightaway left field. Chris Proctor has got it in his tracks. He makes the catch to end the inning. Jonathan Tripp faces the minimum here in the third. We get to the bottom half of the frame. It's 1-0 Aces here from Melbourne Ballpark.
When enjoying a punt, easy does it with Punt 123. Punt123.bet is your home for all your punting needs with same race multis and same game multi options, including daily promotions on all the major sporting and racing events. It's punting made easy. Get in the game with Punt 123. Visit punt123.bet or download the app today. Gamble responsibly. If gambling becomes an issue for you, call 1-800-858-858.
For over 30 years, Light and Easy has been making it easy for Aussies to lose weight, improve their health, and save time. Light and Easy takes all the guesswork out of healthy eating with over 100 delicious, nutritionally balanced meals for you to choose from. To find out how Light and Easy can help you, visit lightandeasy.com.au.
And you love them.
I love them. They're fantastic at it. I've only had a couple, but my first impressions have been that they're delicious. We talked about it yesterday.
We did. The shepherd's pie, I believe, was your go-to.
And you know what? I really haven't had that much shepherd's pie in my life. It was just the one that was provided to me, and I was like, this has been good. What have I been missing out on?
Very good. Yeah, Light and Easy, of course, has been a big part of the Aces for a number of years, and always great to have them back again as you do look at some kids try to get that ball out of the net. I don't think they're going to have any luck.
Here's Jared Cruz to start things off. First pitch is right over the heart of the plate. 0-1 the count.
We've seen a lot of good plays, in the field, but maybe none better than Cruz's sliding catch of that foul ball.
Yeah, the most impressive part, how much ground he had to cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he was playing straight up, it's probably a play where he's camping underneath it, but because he was ranging towards the 6 hole, had to cover a ton of ground. 0-2, cued off the end of the bat, trickling up the first base line. Teeter will take it away before it provides any more trickiness.
That's one you just want to drift away into foul territory, but it just didn't happen.
3 unassisted put out, 1 up, 1 down as Cruz is retired. It had some English on it right there.
It was a strange one, wasn't it? Usually those tend to drift foul. That one just kind of trickled along.
I don't know how much you caught of the World Series, but
yeah,
the play where Garrett Cole didn't cover first base
yes.
and Rizzo stayed back. I think a lot of people are wondering why didn't Rizzo charge that ball aggressively? And I think it's very similar to that play with Teeter where it's like you don't know where that ball could be spinning. If you cue it off the really far end of the bat, it has this side spin where it could start one way and then bend the other way. And I think Teeter as well, you can almost see him just try to body it up almost in case it did take that weird bounce. 2-0. Down low, 3-0 the count on Antonis Macias.
Macias very unassuming when you see him walking around. And, he's very slender.
I've really enjoyed interacting with him.
Yeah.
Here's the 3-0.
Very good player, though.
3-1 the count. And one of those sneaky prospects in the Texas Rangers organization. I think what stands out about him, and he's still super young.
He's 19.
3-1. Swing, and this one smoked through the 4-hole and into right field for a base hit. So right on cue. A single with 1 away for Macias. But I think he does the little things right? We talked about the length of his plate appearances, the walk rate he flashed this year in affiliated ball as we take another look.
Well, this at-bat's a great one, right? 3-0. Takes all the way, 3-1, and then drills it into right field for a single. Good piece of hitting.
Got a pitch over the heart of the plate, so good speed over at first, and here's Shun-Ho Wang. Quick move to first, Macias back in with a headlong dive. And as he gets older and stronger, maybe grows more into his body, than all of the other preliminaries that he's worked on, whether it's the mental part of the game or the way that you handle yourself or your approach at the plate, will already be taken care of. Definitely a guy to look out in the Rangers system.
Ball.
Wang pulls back.
Time.
Showing bunt then. It's the first one we've seen.
Hey, why not? Make something happen. Third baseman now, and Jason Matthews playing in front of the bag. Aces already lead by 1 on the homer from Greg Bird that came back in the first. 1-0. Swinging a soft roller, third base side and foul. 1-1. Wang reached base 3 times yesterday, the most of any Aces player. Singled and then walked twice. It was a part of lots of the traffic the Aces had, but just couldn't complete the rally. Looking to change that script here.
Inside the Aces dugout here.
1-1.
Bottom of the third inning.
Fight.
There's Macias leading at first.
1-1 coming. Strike called in the inside corner, 1-2 for Calderon now. 42 pitches.
1
which is
ball, 2
still
strike.
a fairly decent good amount. He's had a couple of lengthy innings, but not any that concern you for him not being able to go deep into this game. Rebounded quite quickly after giving up the home run to Bird, in fact. 1-2. Check swing. I think Wang got a piece of this, and then it rolled off his foot and then into play. And the home plate umpire, Casey Cook, is calling it a foul ball.
Yeah, I think that is the right call. Tricky one. Here we go. Look at it.
Oh, I think he fouled it straight back.
Yeah, he did.
I think it's all right.
Well, good call from Casey Cook back there.
But
he was a part of a tricky one over at first base earlier 2 last night.
Ow.
Still 1-2 the count here with 1 down. After Calderon gave up the homer, then the single to Disla, he would eventually then retire 5 consecutive batters in a row before the Macias single.
1
and
ball,
he did so
2
quite
strike.
quickly and smoothly.
Fight.
This year it was just the struggle of the big inning for him in the States. 1-2 is to the backstop, and Macias will take second base without a play. Gotta hope he's okay. Talking about Calderon, again, sometimes when your arm's not feeling good, sometimes that early release happens. I think right there maybe it just slipped out of his hand.
It could have. He looked at his hand like maybe he, you can see what he's trying to throw here, but it did definitely get away from me. I think he looks down, It's hot night, right? Could be sweaty.
Oh, I'm sure.
Jeez.
Sometimes when you're trying to throw the breaking ball, sometimes it slips a little bit. 2-2 is rolled to third, smothered by Matthews as he darts it across in time for out number 2.
Got a good arm over there at third. That was just rifled.
He did, and I think that's why maybe he took some time right there. I was
Yeah.
going to say, Wang can run, and he was hustling down the line, and he
I had
kind
the
of...
same thought. He just sort of ho-hum, cup of coffee, and then just rifled it over there.
Hey, so they call it the hot corner for a reason, not just because balls are coming quick, but they're leaving quick, too. Well, here's the man of the hour, Greg Bird. Homered in his first trip to the plate, a laser beam out to left center field. Macias takes his lead from second, will be going on contact. Pitch is a strike called on the outside corner, 0-1. So Bird now 2 for 5 on the young season and looking to produce another run here for the Aces. Outfield playing Bird very deep, as you can imagine. A lot of room in the gap in left center. 0-1. Get down low, count evens up.
You'd imagine Calderon be very, very careful here with Bird, especially you've got first base open too, so probably doesn't want to too cute here.
Arturo Disla, a right-handed hitter on deck as well.
Yeah, that's the bad news.
Next pitch is down and
2
away.
ball,
2-1 the count here on Bird. I mean, you're right. And can you imagine how much longer this lineup's going to get when you have Whitefield, Glendinning, and George back in the middle of this order? I mean, there's no right decision on who you're going to attack.
Yep.
2-1. Swing, and this one's belted out to deep center field. Symington showing his numbers. This one's gone.
Greg Bird's on a heater, his second home run in as many at-bats tonight, and the Aces lead by 3.
Once again, our good friends at Crew Fitness on board with another home run. The Birdman
put a dent in the batter's eye in center field. My goodness, Greg Bird. Welcome back to the ABL.
How good is that?
And that's what every fan came to see tonight. Bird, of course, one of the marquee names in this lineup, and they love to see that. Here's Disla. Takes a strike on the outside corner. That one got out so quick. Symington is a guy who can move and cover a lot of ground, and he quickly showed his numbers to the dime. 0-1 is a rocket ground ball and a couple of hops to short. Khalil will toss it over in time to retire the side, but Greg Bird able to get the Aces back on the board. A 2-run shot to straightaway center field as we get another look right here. Look at this, a breaking ball down to the zone, and he just drops the barrel at.
Box office Bird, that's what we're calling it. Come
Yes.
see him play.
What a shot from Greg Bird. We're going to step aside. The Aces lead 3-0. We'll be back after this. Well, a mighty comfortable lead here for the Aces is what the chicken dance echoes throughout the ballpark here in Melbourne. Everyone's loving it here, whether you're an Aces or Cavalry fan. It's been better for the Aces so far tonight. A 2-homer game already from Greg Bird, the latest a 2-run shot off the batter's eye in center.
I told my chicken dance story last year. I was working on a show in Portland. Weather was like this. For some reason, they dressed me in like a wool suit. I was at the Oregon State Fair, and I had to do the chicken dance in a wool suit in 30-degree weather.
At least it was 30 degrees Celsius.
Oh, yeah. It was a
my
nightmare.
goodness. Oh.
Anyway, that
does not sound fun.
No, it wasn't.
Miles Symington leads things off and takes upstairs for ball 1. That's torture.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to dress me that way. Maybe they didn't think it was
Did you get any breaks?
I was only once, but I was sweating up.
But like, how long was this?
Oh, it was kind of like that. You know,
just a quick little 30-second
yeah,
dance. Okay,
minute maybe, but still not a lot of fun.
No one wanted to take pictures with you.
Not the kind of fun that they're having here at Melbourne Ballpark. Let me put it that way.
2-0 to Symington, up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes.
Greg Bird really is. I always talk about Delman Young when he played here. You just came to the ballpark to watch him. Greg Bird is the same way. Darryl George as well, but Bird is just something special.
Ball 4 to Symington, and good speed on the base paths to lead off the inning here.
Yeah, not a great start there, I'll be honest.
Either way, a big lead here for Tripp now, and he looks to continue to get through this ball game pretty quickly. He is a quick worker as well. Miguel Palma will dig in here.
We like a quick worker, don't we?
Oh, we do.
We do. We like a game that clips along, a lot of action.
That was the case yesterday. Morando and Mahoney were moving at a brisk pace. First pitch taken for a strike.
There he is.
That's the life of a DH doing his job right there. Hit a couple homers and then take a couple deep breaths for the next couple.
And model for some Aces merch.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, he is the face of Aces merch right now.
He is. I know.
0-2 the count here on Palma. If you go to the Aces website and go to the shop, it's all Greg Bird in Aces jerseys, Aces sweatshirts, and you said it. He's got the looks for it.
Fight.
Double play is in order. Symington a healthy lead at first. Here's the 0-2 coming from Tripp. Instead of moving to first, Symington back in safely. Symington stole 28 bags back in the American Association last season.
Some people enjoying the game from the comfort.
Okay.
The
I'm glad we got that
seats.
shot. There goes the runner. Pitch outside.
Good throw
from Edwards is on line, but not in time. Well, I don't think Edwards couldn't have done anything differently right there. Just about as perfect as it gets, but Symington with a really good speed.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he is very fast. That's a nice job from Edwards.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right there, but Symington just too quick.
Quick transition as well. So Canberra is threatening. Nobody out. 1-2 the count here. Shoot off the end of the bat. Disla off the bag as it played well, and he'll take it unassisted for out number 1. Symington the third. Potential first run of the night for Canberra, 90 feet away. There's that shot again. I always grew up calling them lazy boys. Would you consider those lazy boys? Not the fans. They're great. They are very hard workers. The
lazy boy chair that moves up. Yeah, lazy boy, of course, a brand which I don't know if they have over here. So it is one of those that became like Coke, right?
Yes.
Any drink is a Coke. Any chair like that is a lazy boy.
Katsumata swings at the first pitch again, rolls it to first. Disla takes it to the bag for out number 2, but Symington will score on the play. So 2 down, nobody on, and it's 3-1 aces on the RBI ground out from Katsumata. I mean, we talked about Messias seeing a lot of pitches. Katsumata the exact opposite.
Yeah, he'll swing at anything.
He does the job, though, with
I was
the
going to
infield
say,
playing back on him, exchange the out for the run. So it's now a 2-run lead for the Aces, and that homer from Greg Bird, that much more important. Brings up Matthews. He takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. But right behind home plate, you can see those chairs that flip back, and they can kick out too, so you can literally, I don't want to say lay down, but lounge as you watch a baseball game, and the seats are right behind home plate.
Yeah, great. Really great place to watch a game.
Oh, so comfortable.
Matthews, of course, a New Zealander. I was talking to him before the game. His sister lives here and has some friends over from New Zealand. They're all in the old Auckland Tuatara uniforms down the left field line. I had a chat with them. They're very excited.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Watch your brother, watch your friend play in the ABL.
It's a great opportunity.
It is. Well, with no Auckland team, this is as close as you get.
1-2.
Ball.
Down and away. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Said they were wearing Matthews jerseys,
2-2.
too.
I think they were Matthews. Certainly were the former Auckland team in the ABL, the Tuatara.
2-2 now.
Ball,
Down ball 3, 3-2. Well, they had a lot to cheer about yesterday.
3 ball,
whether
2
they were
strikes.
here or watching on TV with the RBI double from Matthews, and he had a good night to help propel the Cavalry to that opening night win. Count full at 3-2. Tripp is set. The payoff. Sent in the air foul, looking out of play. Count still full.
Yeah, got way ahead of that.
And again, that fastball just running inside. And I think almost if you're a right-handed hitter and you're sitting on that pitch, you're just going to try and get the hands inside of it as quickly as you can. 3-2 again. Swing, and this one's lined in towards the corner. It's fair, rolling quickly to the wall. Matthews racing for second. Proctor will get it back in. And that left field corner has been friendly to Jason Matthews so far this weekend. His second extra base hit of the series.
He's had a nice series, no doubt about it.
So now all of a sudden a base hit likely makes this a 1-run game. A big at-bat for Jordan Wogu.
So right down the pike.
Next up for Canberra, Jason Matthews.
Matthews connects beautifully with it, just inside the left field foul line.
It was the combination of Matthews and Wogu with the back-to-back doubles yesterday. It was the top of the 5th inning that got the Aces going, or make that the Cavalry going, and they would not look back. And right now with one swing, he could tie this thing up. 1-0. Taken inside, 2-0, and this easily the lengthiest inning now for Tripp. I think ideally, John Diebel would like to get 5 out of Tripp. 2-0 the count. The pitch is outside ball 3-0. And Tripp now at about 65 pitches, so he's not in terrible shape, but losing a little bit of his command.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to find the zone here. First base is open. Sam Kamorley on deck. Pitch is swung on and sent in the air. Gave him the green light and flown to left center. Ranging over is Wang. He's got it for out number 3. And Jonathan Tripp able to limit the damage to 1 run. We enter the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-1 Melbourne here from Melbourne Ballpark.
Welcome back to Melbourne Ballpark. I have to mention a new sponsor that we talked about in the pregame, Harcourt Cider and Juice Bar. It's down at the First Base Diner. Cider, fresh apple juice, also nacho dogs and nachos. And I can say, I can speak with experience on this. My son Sam and his friend Dante are here tonight. They were tucked into the nachos. They were getting right into them, and I had to sneak in and have a bite myself. Tasted really, really good. So
I'm sure.
A nacho dog and some nachos with a cider or fresh apple juice. Can't do much better than that. Harcourt Cider and Juice Bar down at the First Base Diner.
It's good. I've tried it before. And I like the idea of cider, apple juice, even at a baseball game. You always think of beer or soda, whatever it might be, whatever your choice is, but the cider's a good little twist. Melbourne sends this one the other way to left field. Got some carry. Warner trickling back to the track. He squeezes it for out number 1.
Carey is right. That really started to sail, didn't it?
We're starting to see the ball ride a little bit here.
Completely different from last night.
And out to left center field. We talked about Disla during BP, and you said it, center field and left field. And the 2 homers from Bird have been to center field and left field. Either way, a quick first out here for Calderon. Here's Mitchell Edwards. First pitch, a changeup on the outside corner for strike 1. What would you say is your number 1, not just ballpark food, but sporting event?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Oh.
You know what I like that I miss here that I used to eat a lot in the States? Peanuts.
Oh, the
beer
peanuts aren't
and
big
peanuts.
Here?
Not as big, no.
You know what the best part about eating peanuts is? That one popped up down the left field line. Warner will watch this one drop in front of him inside the line. A single for Mitchell Edwards.
Wow.
That one plops in. I think the wind was pushing that one away from him.
Or did he misread that? That's a really interesting play. I thought it was going foul, and he just couldn't get there because he kind of seemed to slow down.
He did.
I thought here he's kind of like, maybe I won't get there. And it drops right in front of him.
I thought maybe he thought it was going to go foul, so he gave up on it.
Yeah.
Either way, that's the beauty of baseball. Edwards was robbed on a diving play by Kimmerly on one that he stung, and that time just plops one in. Here's Proctor. First pitch is upstairs, ball 1. So I think the best thing about eating peanuts at a baseball game is not even the actual taste, but just breaking them apart. Yeah, you do create a mess, but there's an aesthetic to it. Here's the set and the 1-0. Swing and foul right behind the plate. It's 1-1.
Proctor doesn't mind taking a cut. That's what I like about it. He doesn't mind a swing. Reminds me not quite as much as Katsumata, but
you don't take it
definitely up there to hit the ball.
Oh, yeah. And he's got that ginormous leg kick, too, which I think is more of a modern baseball practice, but he really gets it going. It looks like he's a pitcher winding up with how high he lifts that leg. 1-1. strike called in the outside corner, 1-2.
Yeah, it's true. If you're watching it, haven't seen that before.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Absolutely. Starting them young there, baseball Victoria. You got to love that. But, yeah, it's interesting to watch him hit. Watch that front leg rise.
Here's the 1-2 from Calderon. Swing and a miss. And
Changeup that is out.
Disappears. And Proctor goes after it for strike 3. 2 down now. Edwards still at first.
Second strikeout of the night for Calderon. He struck out Melbourne in the first inning.
So that makes way to Junwei Liu, the shortstop. He grounded out back in the second inning. You know what my go-to sporting event snack is? And this might just be a Pacific Northwest thing. We see Evan Rutsky start to warm up. But I think it's relevant here in Melbourne. I've seen a lot of stands for them. It's fish and chips.
Yes.
I love fish and chips at a baseball
There you
game.
go.
Even in the cold weather, for whatever reason.
Might be a Seattle thing. You're right. I don't know if they're serving them down at Anaheim Stadium. I'm not
I
sure.
don't
Angel
think
Stadium,
so.
whatever they're calling it these days.
They got Mickey Mouse pretzels. Yeah. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2. But that's what's fun about
2 strike.
sporting events in different places, especially in baseball, with how vast different areas are around the world, is you go to a new ballpark and there's something special about it. I've seen deep-fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. This one rolled just short, backhanded by Khalil. His throws in time. A very smooth play by the former Aces shortstop, retires the side. Well, no runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left here for the Aces in the bottom of the fourth. We into the top of the fifth. It's 3-1 Melbourne.
You can see the kids having a great time here. I have to remind you that, like the Aces, Eagle Eye Plumbing and Air Conditioning is proud to serve Melbourne's West with over 10 years of high-level experience in the domestic and commercial sectors. It doesn't take an eagle eye to see that Merrick and his team take pride in quality workmanship. Eagle Eye Plumbing and Air Conditioning. Great to have them on board with the Aces this season.
Absolutely. I love that name in a baseball setting, too, because just like Antonis Macias, an eagle eye at the plate, looking at a couple of close pitches for ball 4.
There's an Auckland Tuatara jersey, the little...
Look at that.
See that?
Those are great colors,
They're
too.
great colors, and I think we did mention that Jason Matthews has some family here, sister and friends, and they're here at the ballpark supporting their brother and friend, and good to see that Auckland Tuatara jersey making an appearance. Might need to get yourself one of those off of eBay or something if you can.
I would love to. You know, the one that I can't get my eyes off of right now is the Ronald Acuna Melbourne Aces jerseys that I keep seeing hanging around. I think there's only a limited amount, as the first pitch to Kim Morley is taken for a strike. Tripp, by the way, out trying to complete 5 innings, and if he can, and the Aces win this game, he would be in line for the win. 0-1. Pop foul straight back. 0-2. I love that Aces fans can buy jerseys, too, because I've been a part of teams where that's not even a thought to sell the jersey that they're wearing. And I think it makes it more immersive for the fan base. Wear what the players are wearing.
Of course, yes.
I was a big jersey guy growing up. 0-2 is upstairs. 1-2.
My pride enjoys a Mariners Ryan Roland Smith
Look
jersey
at that.
signed by him.
Really?
Yeah.
Number 18?
I think it's higher. Oh, maybe it is 18.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good off-speed
Nice
pitch
work.
from Tripp.
Yeah.
1 up, 1 down.
Second strikeout of the night for him.
He's in our industry now. He's been doing a lot of broadcasting.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. He really has. It's not always easy for someone from Australia or whatever UK to make in the States, but we've seen that Lee Diffie, who is called IndyCar for a while, is now calling NASCAR. He's another guy, but you're right, Ryan's been great.
Swing and a miss from Khalil. 0-1 the count as you see Evan Rutsky continue to warm up. The more you look at the list, there's a lot of really accomplished Australian players in Major League Baseball. In fact, some of them here in the ballpark tonight as that's fouled straight back 0-2.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Max, that the average Australian doesn't know, and you talk to them about it and you explain it, and they are kind of like, wow, really? I mean, it's only recently that we've been able to sort of get basketball players into the NBA at a high level now, right? Dyson Daniels, Josh Giddey, of course, playing really, really well. And it's the same in baseball. It doesn't have that profile yet among the average Australian fan.
And I think it just goes to show the grind, an extra grind it takes to get to that level when you grow up here. Next pitch is cut on a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tripp. Now he has 3, and he has turned it up into high gear here in the 5th inning.
Here comes John Diebel to the mound, and I think that's it. I think they're going to bring in Rutsky to pitch to Jacob Teeter.
And, of course, Teeter, a powerful left-handed hitter, and maybe also thinking he doesn't want Teeter to see Tripp for a 3rd time. Well, I'm sure Tripp wanted to finish the 5th, but still a very good outing here in his Melbourne Aces debut. 4 2/3 of an innings work, 1 run allowed, and he's getting a round of applause from the Aces faithful as he leaves the mound. We'll tell you all about Evan Rutsky, who makes his season debut when we come back on the Melbourne Aces TV network. Welcome back to Melbourne Ballpark. Top of the 5th, 2 down, 3-1 Aces your score, and another good crowd on hand tonight here in opening weekend for the Aces. You can see the kiddos packed, hanging out, getting some Slurpees, enjoying all of the baseball snacks. And we got a fan favorite making his season debut, going to be the left-hander Evan Rutsky, who has become a staple now in Melbourne Aces baseball.
He's a big guy as well. I never really realized how big he was, so I saw him.
I agree. I'm glad you brought that up.
He's just a real monster, just a really big guy. 3rd year with the Aces, was 2-2 last year, 4.05 ERA, 23 strikeouts, just 14 walks. He did pitch for Adelaide back in 2019 and 2020. Of course, pitches for the Canadian national team, and was drafted by the Yankees. People forget about that. 2010, 16th round out of high school in Canada. So you know they had some good scouting there, and there is some talent in Canada. There is no doubt about that.
Absolutely. The 6'6" right-hander last season for the Aces appeared in 18 games, 20 outings, a 4.05 ERA. This year is 14th season in professional baseball, 3rd with the Aces, and he's played just about everywhere, as you mentioned. Canada, the U.S., Mexico, Australia, Japan. He's well-traveled.
And he's right into the fire against Jacob Teeter.
Powerful left-handed hitter, lefty on left, as you can see. The first pitch is a breaking ball taken down low for ball 1. It's been cool to see, too. It seems that Greg Bird and Rutsky are both very close, of course. Both played in the Yankees organization and overlapped with each other. Bird started in 2011 with the Yankees, and Rutsky started in 2010. Strike called. Count evens up at 1-1, and now here they are. 2 of the most recognizable faces in recent Aces history. 2 leaders, too, I think, in this clubhouse. 1-1 the count on Teeter. Pull shift on from the left side as Rutsky will step off. The Aces used a lot of their A bullpen yesterday. They went with Steele, Parsons, and Morrison in that order, so it'll be interesting to see the formula tonight. Is there's a big whiff and a miss, 1-2.
Nice pitch.
Really good pitch.
Yeah, you're right. That's very true.
Of course, they got 6 innings out of Morando. Now you have to get 5 innings and change, or 4 innings and change for the rest of this game. 1-2 from Rutsky. Breaking ball buried, 2-2. After Teeter, it's a right-handed hitter on Warner, so I'm sure that Rutsky would like to retire Teeter right here, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Rutsky set from the third base side. Here's his 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A slow curveball, and Rutsky plays Bugs Bunny with Jacob Teeter, as that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go down the Cavalry as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Halfway through it here at Melbourne Ballpark. Started here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Max Tanzer and Ed Wyatt bringing Melbourne Aces and Canberra Cavalry baseball for you, as it's been a fantastic night so far for baseball. Super warm.
How'd you get that photo? Look at mine.
I chose
screaming
it
at somebody.
before
Look at
I
you.
even met you.
Did you choose me with my mouth open?
Brendan emailed me. I hadn't met Brendan yet, and he said, "Hey,
God.
Out of all these pictures, which one
That's a hey
should we use
kids,
for Ed?"
get off my lawn.
Well, you
That's
haven't
that
even
shot.
heard it yet. That picture wasn't provided for me. I had to dig and find that one.
Wow.
I know.
That's scary.
I shouldn't have told you that. That's a great first impression.
All good.
Hey, my eyebrows are in my forehead on mine, so. First pitch on the way to Jared Cruz, taken inside ball 1.
Last night we battled to find a play of the game. Tonight we've got at least 2. We got 2 home runs from Greg Bird.
I think even maybe 4 on the short list.
Absolutely.
This one rolled to third. Matthews cuts across and throws over for out number 1. You have the Cruz sliding play.
Yep.
You have the Macias pick on the double play. And then the 2 Greg Bird homers.
Yep.
Tweet at us, at Melbourne Aces, at Max_Tanzer. What's your Twitter?
Ed Wyatt.
headline? Ed Wyatt. Beautiful. Tweet at us what your play of the night is, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll choose it.
Yeah, we might. We can be influenced.
Antonis Macias takes a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Next pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Can't leave it up. I believe also we will talk to a player of the game post-game today if the Aces win. So
That would be great. That would mean the Aces had won the game.
1-1.
Now.
Straight back. 1-2 the count. And even though technically yesterday was fireworks night, the fireworks have also been provided tonight with the couple.
1 ball, 2 strike. Fight.
1-2 the count here on Macias. Here's the delivery from Calderon. Breaking ball up and away. Count evens up at 2-2. It's a hard angle, but I don't think anyone's up in the Cavalry bullpen. And got to give Calderon credit. It's just been 2 pitches to Greg Bird, and aside from that, he's been really good. Weak waving to miss for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th.
Just as you say that, Max, I believe there is some action out there. And that looks to me like Jeremy Atkinson,
All right, there we
veteran
go.
in his 5th ABL season.
An Australian native. Here's Shun-Ho Wang. First pitch is a strike on the inner edge, 0-1. Those binoculars are getting good use over
They
the
are
weekend
indeed.
so far.
Yeah, there he is.
Look at that, right over that 300 mark in the left field corner. Rolled foul, 0-2 the count. If there was a broadcaster starter kit, I think binoculars are number one on the list. How old are those? Have you been using those for every Aces season?
Forever, yeah, absolutely.
2 strike. Fight.
0-2 the count here on Wang. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 3 called, and
Good
Wang
pitch.
knew it. Fastball perfectly located. And 1, 2, 3 go down the Aces here in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th. 4 punch-outs for Calderon. He's been really good, aside from the 2 pitches to Bird. Top of the 6th on its way after this. Top of the 6th from Melbourne Ballpark. It's 3-1 Aces on the 2 homers from Greg Bird. As Evan Rutsky continues to throw his warm-up tosses, getting ready for his first full inning of the night. Max Tanzer here joined alongside Ed Wyatt, and it's been a tight competition down in the field. We also have a tight competition here in the booth. One of our producers, Matt McLeish, just brought us some trivia, Ed. And here's the question down here. What's Australia's highest achievement in Olympic baseball? Okay, that's a good question.
Wow.
And if you think you have the answer, you can tweet us at Melbourne Aces, at Max_Tanzer, or at Ed Wyatt, or X us maybe now. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
All right.
It is technically.
Do you know the answer, Ed?
I think I do know the answer.
I don't know off the top of my head. My instant reaction is, have they ever won a medal? And I don't know if they have, at least in the Olympics. This is a good question because it's baseball, but I'm not as versed in Australian baseball.
Should have done your homework.
I should have. I knew that Matt was coming with the trivia question. Here's Cam Warder to lead things off. We'll give you the answer to open up the bottom half of the 6th. There's the first pitch, misses outside for ball 1. So let's see. Last time there were an Olympics with baseball in them was 2020, the Summer Olympics.
And Tokyo.
Yes, and that included no Major League Baseball players, only minor leaguers and then other professional players from other professional leagues. Do you remember how Australia did in that one?
No. I do not. That was in a period where there's a lot I don't remember. You want to ask me about, let me take a look at this. This should be easy out for Belbin in right field. 1 away. If you want to ask me about Belarusian soccer, I'm more than happy to tell you. That was one of the few things that played during the pandemic, right? And then back came Taiwan and Korea baseball. Remember, ESPN was showing Korean baseball because there was no
I remember waking up at 3 in the morning
Yeah.
or whatever it was to watch. I think the Dinos were the big team that took America
NC
by
Dinos,
storm.
yeah.
Yes. I remember Daeho Lee was a player I grew up watching a lot, and I forget which team he was on. Here's Symington. First pitch is a breaking ball, down low ball. But let's not stray away from the question, even though I really don't know the answer.
You are
to
trying
it.
to stray away. You would love to stray away from the question. I
I'm
can
calling
tell.
myself out. I'm holding myself accountable.
You're honest. I agree.
We're on day 2, and I'm already getting exposed. Thank you very much, Matt. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike,
pitch.
1-1. I'm going to say my gut thinks bronze. I'll go with that for now.
Okay.
Remember, you can tweet at us, at Ed Wyatt, at Max Tanzer, at Melbourne Aces. Don't look it up, though, please. 1-1 is rolled foul, 1-2.
28 degrees, by the way, so it's dropped, 2 degrees? Well, 5 degrees.
1 ball, 2 strike.
The first, when we first came on air. So it's slowly getting down there. It's going to be a warm night, however.
Oh, we have a response from Shane.
Shane.
He says he's pretty sure Australian won silver in 2004.
I think he is on the money.
Right three. That is
I
out.
think he is on the money.
And a foul tip held on by Symington. 2 up, 2 down, and Rutsky has retired all 3 batters he's faced. Now, Shane, did you look it up? I really hope you didn't. I trust Shane. All right. Well, we'll go with silver. I was close with bronze. Can I get like half a point?
Bronze.
We never heard your answer. We've only heard Shane's.
No. I was right there with Shane. I didn't want to give it away.
So you knew it from the get-go.
Yeah.
All right.
It was, I do. I remember that. I'm not.
Oh, look at that. There it is.
There you go. Silver, Athens, 2004. Beautiful.
Well, we'll give Shane the point. Good work, Shane. Here's the 0-1. Down low. Count evens up at 1-1. So maybe we have another one tomorrow. I'm going to tell you what, Ed. You will be able to ask me any question about the Olympics tomorrow, and I'll know it. I'm going to study up. No sleep for me tonight.
Just Olympic baseball or Olympics in general? Like, can I ask you a triple jump question or something? Or an equestrian question?
Can I ask a question? What's triple jump? 1-1 the count here with 2 down.
Triple jump was one of my few athletic achievements in my
really?
life, Max.
Did you
second
qualify for
place
the
in the county?
Wow.
In 8th grade.
In Maryland?
In Maryland. Yes.
1-1 is taken for strike.
Washington County.
Wow.
Triple jump. How about that?
That's incredible.
I think I was about the only, there were about 4 of us in the county that did the triple jump.
What's your vertical?
Oh, not great.
Or is it more of like a horizontal jump?
Yeah, it's more horizontal.
Like a long jump?
I was more technique than anything. I wasn't superbly athletic. I can tell you, though, my powers, not that this is about maths, but I could dunk a tennis ball.
Oh, okay.
I can't dunk a basketball. Never could, because my hands weren't big enough and I didn't jump that high. But I could dunk a tennis ball.
Well, maybe we can
when I was younger.
Work on it.
When I was younger. Not now.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him for strike 3. And a lethal inning from Evan Rutsky.
Superb.
Strikes out his 3rd batter of the night and sets down the side in order. 1-2-3. We head to the bottom half of the 6th. It's 3-1 Aces here from Melbourne Ballpark.
One Love is there for the moments with the people you love the most. To share the highs and the lows together. It's the one for all people, all times, and all places. Brick Lane's One Love Pale Ale. It's the one for all.
Light and Easy's award-winning healthy meal delivery service features over 235 delicious breakfasts, lunches and dinners for everyone to enjoy. From those who want to lose weight to those who want to gain more free time. From those who want to be a little healthier to those a little older who want to age well. There's no shopping or cooking and there's no contracts or subscriptions. Just your choice of affordable, ready-to-eat meals delivered to your door when you need them. Visit lightandeasy.com.au today.
Welcome back. GOAT, George Outrageous at throwing. I'm guessing that's George Khalil who played here last year, obviously, Melbourne Aces. Hey, you need to mention South Morang Motors. Features 12 top automakers, including Kia and Hyundai, as well as high-quality selection of pre-owned vehicles and an award-winning service team. Take the stress and hassle out of selling your old car and buying a new one. Visit South Morang Motors today. Great to have them on board as well. See the crowd doing a little YMCA. That is a good-looking mullet on that guy right there. That is something special. New pitcher, Jeremy Atkinson, Max.
Yes.
Veteran
right-hander from this country, Australia, and he's going to make his season debut here in relief of Carlos Calderon, the Astros product, who was very sharp tonight, aside from, again, just 2 swings from Greg Bird. If he doesn't pitch to him and just puts him on, maybe it's 5+ shutout innings. So Atkinson will take his warm-up toss. He's 175 centimeters tall. And one of the older players on this ball club. Oh,
that
look
is
at that.
a great look. Blue steel right there.
Oh,
look
my
at that.
goodness.
That is fantastic.
Put that on a T-shirt right there.
Fan of the night right there.
Believe
Fan
it or
of
not,
the night.
Believe it or not, when you speak of mullets, I unfortunately did grow out a mullet back in 2020.
Oh, look. I can go back
Dark
further
times.
to my mullets, my friend.
Well, you grew up in the 80s.
True,
so
you're right.
There's
80s,
an excuse
90s.
there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Good
that's
point.
right. 90s.
No, 80s, 90s is correct.
but
Here we go. Surely. You ever seen 3 home runs in a game before?
not in person.
I've seen it once. Bernardo Brito from the Portland Beavers.
First pitch is on the top of the zone, strike one.
He was a Minnesota Twins farmhand. He had 3 in a game at old Portland Civic Stadium. I was there.
Look at that. Well, maybe you'll be there for another one tonight. Next pitch is down low. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Justin Huber might remember Bernardo Brito. It might have been in the minors at the same time. I may be wrong on that. I know Justin played with the Portland Beavers, but I don't think it was that time.
Here's the 1-1. Swing, and this one's hit in the air. Fairly deep left field with some carry. Warner back. Makes the catch right in front of the wall. Well, Greg Bird gave it a shot. 1 up, 1 down in dramatic fashion.
Wow. I kind of could tell it wasn't going to go all the way, but you're kind of hopeful. It's Greg Bird. The crowd was kind of behind it.
There's only been one 3-homer game in Aces history. It was Darryl George back in 2018 at Perth.
Wow.
By the way, tonight, the second multi-homer game in Bird's career since he's joined the Aces. Well, he can still hit 3 tonight. We're only in the 6th inning. Oh, just missed that one. Here's Arturo Disla. Here's the wind to the 0-1 pitch. Broken bat looper, shallow right field. Back is Kim Morley. It's over his head and drops in for a base hit. Arturo Disla loses some lumber, but he'll exchange it for a base hit. He's 2 for 3. And that bat, I'm glad everyone's okay. The barrel of it just went pinwheeling into foul territory down the third base line. Another look. Look at that thing. Torpedoing in the foul ground.
We talked about the Premier 12 tournament. Looks like Estrella goes down to Cuba 4-3, unfortunately, after yesterday's win over the Dominican 5-zip.
So now 1-2 in the WBSC tournament.
1-2.
Here's Belbin. Count now 0-1. Tight game, though. That one started at, I think, about 3 o'clock here local time. 0-1. And they led at one point.
Well, they were up 2-1 in the first. Then Cuba got 3 in the bottom of the third. Stray got 1 in the top of the fifth, and that was it. 4-3.
1-1.
Belbin will dig back into the box here.
Fight.
Again, Disla over at first base. Atkinson, first reliever of the night, used from Mike Couchet. Next pitch misses upstairs. 2-1 the count.
2-1.
So Group B, Japan is 2-0, Taiwan is 2-0, we are 1-2, Cuba 1-2, Dominican 1-2, Korea 1-2. I believe that's correct. So still in with a chance.
Strike at the knees.
It's a good pitch.
2-2. All you need is a chance.
2 balls. Strike.
Atkinson previously was with Brisbane and Sydney. 34 years old. 49 innings as a starting arm reliever in this league. Belbin shoots this one up in the air. Fairly deep center, but Symington had it played perfectly. It's 2 down. Disla back to first base.
Game still very much in the balance, as you mentioned. The two home runs from Bird, obviously the difference here, but still tight, no doubt about it. Aces could use a couple more insurance runs. So
it honestly feels like yesterday's game, but just flipped, where it was the Cavalry who got out to the early 3, or not early, but late 3-0 lead, and then just all of a sudden that was it. And I think it feels very similar here. Of course, the Aces would love a cushion. 1-0 is a strike on the outer edge. Count evens up at 1-1.
Greg Bird working on his bat.
Yeah, retaping it right there.
Tape handle, yeah.
Making sure he's got a shot for his third homer in his next at-bat. That'll be must-watch TV.
Got to fix that bat. It just hit a fly out that time. There he is. Look at that, working on that knob there, the bat. Look at that.
Taping a bat is an art.
It's a professor of hitting right there at work, the mad professor.
It's only fitting that he can tape it like that. As Edwards sends this one out to center field, pretty deep. Symington back at the track, reaches up with just an inch or two of room. to make the catch for out number 3. Edwards gave it a ride, but that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left as we head to the top of the 7th here in Melbourne. It's 3-1 Aces. Welcome back to Melbourne Ballpark, top of the 7th inning, and the Aces lead it 3-1 here. Looking to cap the final 9 outs of this ball game and secure what would be their first win of the season. Max Tanza here, Ed Wyatt, having you covered for all Aces home games here in the 2024-25 season. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with us. If you can't make it to the ballpark this weekend, the Aces will be back home in a couple of weeks. They take a 2-week road trip. As Evan Rutsky comes out for his 6th inning of work, or make that his 2nd inning of work here in the 7th. Completed his 1st inning of work in the 6th. He's retired all 4 batters he's faced and has racked up 3 strikeouts on top of that as well. Atsushi Katsumata will lead things off.
Well, you know he's swinging at this one.
Yeah, he swung at the first pitch almost every time, and he does it again. Nostradamus Ed continues to shine as this one's popped up to 2nd. Avicius will squeeze it for out number 1. You called the Bird homer, and you called the Katsumata first pitch swing. I mean, your odds were higher on that one.
I was going to say, they're just sort of playing the odds there, and it looks like John Diebel is going to head to the mound, and Rutsky is finished after a superb effort.
Yes,
here.
He will complete his night in inning and 2/3, retired every batter he faced, and racked up 3 punch-outs. 1 down, nobody on. We got a right-hander, I believe, Cameron Gibbons, coming into the game to make his season debut. When we come back.
One Love is there for the moments with the people you love the most. To share the highs and the lows together. It's the one for all people, all times, and all places. Brick Lane's One Love Pale Ale. It's the one for all.
Light and Easy's award-winning healthy meal delivery service features over 235 delicious breakfasts, lunches and dinners for everyone to enjoy. From those who want to lose weight to those who want to gain more free time. From those who want to be a little healthier to those a little older who want to age well. There's no shopping or cooking and there's no contracts or subscriptions. Just your choice of affordable, ready-to-eat meals delivered to your door when you need them. Visit lightandeasy.com.au today.
Welcome back to Melbourne Ballpark. 3-1 Melbourne, your score. And a new pitcher on the mound. 3rd use from John Diebel tonight. It's going to be the tall 6'8" right-hander Cameron Gibbons out for his first outing of the year and what will be his 5th season with the Melbourne Aces.
Yeah, it's an interesting. He was 2-1 last year, 3.6 ERA. The issue tends to be strikeouts and walks, right? 23 strikeouts, 16 walks last year, so a little closer than you'd like to believe. When he's on, incredibly effective, hard to hit. Control has been an issue, but he's been a valuable member of the pitching staff for a number of years here, that's for sure.
13 outings for him with the Aces last year, a 3.6 ERA. 20 innings of work, 23 strikeouts. As you mentioned, can struggle with his command at times. 16 walks in those 20 innings of work. Well, he's got a 2-run cushion, and John Diebel will love for him to fill up the strike zone right here. Here's Jason Matthews to resume play here in the 7th. Again, 1 down. Aces up by 2. Gibbons set the pitch. Fastball rides high. 1-0. And my goodness, that is an electric fastball right there. With how long his arms are, he's releasing the ball at the bottom of the mound. Screw 60 feet 6 inches. It's coming at you from like 55 inches away, or make that feet away.
And he's got that interesting crouch that he goes into. If you haven't watched him pitch before, it's a very unique sort of delivery. Gets the signal and then sort of goes into that crouch and then sits right back up again.
2-0. There's a strike.
Nice.
Poured it in. 2-1.
2 ball, 1 strike.
And we talk about this a lot with relievers when they come in these situations. You just don't want to put anybody out.
Especially the leadoff batter.
Yep.
Wogu on deck. 2-1. Strike with the breaking ball.
Pitch.
Absolutely. Count evens up at 2-2.
2 ball,
and I think
2 strike.
especially at this point in the game, you're up. It can only help to just fill up the zone. If you get into a pressure spot or you're facing in the middle of the lineup, maybe you try to pinch the edges a little bit more. But right now, I just got to attack.
Yep.
Okay. 2-2.
Looks like he's got good command of the breaking ball, which is a good sign here early on. 2-2. Swing and a foul straight back. No, it was actually dropped. The throw from first from Edwards completes the strikeout for out number 2.
Does he get a strikeout on that?
He does.
He does, okay.
Even if
so.
Matthews is safe at first, still gets recorded. That's how you can get that 4 strikeout inning. And oh my goodness, there's a fastball blown by both Matthews and Edwards behind the plate. You know, sometimes they say a fastball can add ride on it. It can literally look like it's rising, and that was one of those right there.
Yeah, like I said, when he's on his game, he is virtually unhittable.
Here's Jordan Wogu. Swing and a miss. Big rip at a sharp breaking ball. 0-1. And I think you can just get that rising illusion with how far down the mound Gibbons releases the ball. Likely has high spin on it as well. 0-1. Outside, 1-1. I think that's how a lot of hitters used to describe Nolan Ryan's fastball. And at the time, they're like, how can this be rising? And it's actually not that it's rising. It's just that it has less of gravity impacting it because it's spinning so much. 1-1, check swing, and it's a foul tip held on by Edwards for strike 2. Man, oh man, that fastball is just incredibly hard to pick up for these right-handed hitters.
Absolutely.
Don't see too many swings like that one. 1-2 the count here on Wogu. Gibbons set. Here's his pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Macias has it played beautifully. He'll throw over in time to retire the side. Gibbons does his job, gets through a clean 2/3 of an inning, and the Aces are 6 outs away from their first win of the year. It's stretch time here in Melbourne. Aces lead 3-1.
When enjoying a punt, easy does it with Punt 123. Punt123.bet is your home for all your punting needs with same race multis and same game multi options, including daily promotions on all the major sporting and racing events. It's punting made easy. Get in the game with Punt 123. Visit punt123.bet or download the app today. Gamble responsibly. If gambling becomes an issue for you, call 1-800-858-858.
Aces as we get ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. And if you're an Aces fan, it's been so good, so good, so good.
Yeah, this is what they came to see, right? A couple of home runs from Greg Bird, a 3-1 lead, some good pitching, chance to win that first game of the year and even out the series here 1-1.
Jeremy Atkinson out for his 2nd inning of work. Was able to work out a little bit of trouble back in the 6th inning. He'll get the bottom 3rd of the Aces lineup at Proctor, Liu, and Cruz. Everyone's sticking around here hoping to see an Aces win. Again, a really good crowd here tonight.
Shot from the party deck.
First pitch to Proctor, fastball, misses upstairs for ball 1.
Be a fun place to call a game from up there at the party deck, although there'd probably be some times when we need that button to, like, the mute button, I'm afraid.
Have you ever seen when broadcasters have called the game in the crowd?
Yeah.
That must be the most interesting experience. Here's the 1-0.
We had the ABL Championship Series a number of years ago in Adelaide. They played at Norwood Oval. It was a footy oval. And they built a little platform out down the third baseline. And I was literally calling the game with the crowd all around me. And it was fun, but a little bit a little bit of rattling. You're getting ready to do the live introduction. There's people like right behind you yelling and screaming and wanting you to fail, yelling at you. But great time. Dave Nielsen was there as my co-commentator, and David, who's coached the Team Australia, brilliant guy to have next to you because he's seen so much and knows so much.
Oh, I'm sure. That sounds like an incredible atmosphere.
He was a wonderful guy, and I believe we had Nicole Livingston, the Olympic swimmer, and she was doing the sideline reporting, and she's a big Aces fan. She and her husband, Marty Smith, who I think is probably tuned into this. He's a big fan. They're out here a lot. Big baseball family and really supportive of the game here in Australia.
Well, thank you for tuning in, Marty and fam. 1 down after Proctor chases strike 3. That'll make way to Junwei Liu. One of my favorite obscure moments. It's one that I don't think many people remember, and I don't blame him. It was like a random game in the middle of August or something, and I think it was the Phillies who did a broadcast out in left field, and Tom McCarthy, the TV broadcaster for the Phillies, brought his glove with him and caught a homer and called the homer. 0-1 is
that's special.
Popped up to right. Katsubata has it played well and squeezes it for out number 2. I mean, that's got to be the dream.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, to be honest.
How do you concentrate? Have you ever come close to catching a foul ball?
Close, but never got one. A friend next to me got one that bounced under a seat, and she grabbed it.
That's how I got my first foul ball with my dad.
Yeah.
It was a Nick Swisher foul ball, and he picked it up from the seat underneath us, and the rest is history. Here's Jared Cruz. He's 0 for 2. First pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner, a strike. 0-1. I've had one hit me in the shoulder before. That was fun.
While calling the game or just watching?
No.
Just watching.
I have gotten a couple balls in the booth, never caught one, but I've had them like hop off the walls, and that's my claim to fame. Pitch is popped up right side of the infield. Racing in is Teeter towards the mound. He's got it to end the inning. Aces go down quickly. Good work from Atkinson here in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th on its way. Aces lead by 2. Top half of the 8th inning here in Melbourne, 3-1 Aces, and one of the big reasons has been Greg Bird. Let's take a look at our play of the game brought to you by Aces Sporting Club. Here's the first one. Greg Bird sees it deep and drives it from the backside the other way for his first homer of the season and the Aces' first run of the season. Look at that. We got a Polaroid in there, too.
Mitch Edwards with a Polaroid camera.
Oh, that's our play of the game. I'm sorry, Greg. How about this second at-bat for Greg Bird? And he does it again, a little deja vu, and sends a bullet off the batter's eye in straightaway center field. His second multi-homer game since joining the Aces. Again, your play of the game brought to you by Aces Sporting Club, a premium golf practice facility based in Altona, right here in Melbourne. They host birthdays, engagements, key milestones, and more. For more info, visit accesssportingclub.com.au. 3-1 Aces here in the top of the 8th, and making his Melbourne debut will be Oryx right-hander Taiki Ono.
Yeah, first season obviously with the Aces. He started out with the Hanshin Tigers, moved to Oryx in 2023. Last year had 6 innings pitched for the Pacific League team. The Major League team was 1-1 with a 2.0 ERA for the minor league team, which, in Japan, each of the teams has their own minor league affiliate that kind of has the same name. There's a nice shout out to Jared Cruz, some Jared Cruz fans in the house. But Ono steps in place of Cameron Gibbons, who did very well in that last inning.
We mentioned he's one of 3 players from the Oryx Buffaloes to play for the Aces this season, and he is the most experienced of the trio. Here's his first pitch. Taken for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Also, Taito Takashima, and then Kyosuke Saito, both who will be probably used more in starting roles. Ono, meanwhile, out of the bullpen. So 0-1 the count here with nobody down.
Oryx is a combination team of the Oryx Blue Wave and the Kintetsu Buffaloes. They've combined, taking the 2 names, Oryx Buffaloes.
0-1. I did not know that. Next pitch slashed foul, 0-2. I will tell you this. When I was 9-10 years old, I always say I loved Ichiro Suzuki more than I loved baseball.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't care if
amazing.
The Mariners won or lost. If Ichiro went 3 for 4 or 5, I was happy. If he went 0 for 4, I was disappointed.
Yep.
And so I became the biggest Oryx Blue
Wave
supporter.
Yeah, that's right, because he played there.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ono with a good start.
Nice.
1 up, 1 down on 3 pitches. And so I remember looking maybe 6 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't remember how long it was, but thinking, where'd the Oryx Blue Wave go? And honestly, obviously the Blue Wave referred back to the late 90s even when Ichiro was there. Of course, joined the Mariners in Major League Baseball in 2001. But Blue Wave, Buffaloes, combining 2 names, I love it.
There you go.
Pitch over for a strike, 0-1. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Ono to start his outing. George Khalil digs in. He's been very efficient. 0-2. Strike called, 0-2. 5 pitches, 5 strikes. Khalil's 1 for 2 today, single, and struck out swinging.
Which I think is what he did yesterday, wasn't it? Similar, had a single, first hit of the year for Canberra.
0-2 to the backstop, 1-2. Oh, I was holding my breath. We were more than halfway to the immaculate inning right there. 5 pitches, 5 strikes. Either way, a good start to the inning for Ono here. 1-2 the count, infield about straight up. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. A fastball steaming in across the outside corner. 2 up, 2 down, and another strikeout for Ono. The Aces have been inducing a ton of swing and miss tonight.
That's 9 total strikeouts. 3 for Tripp, 2 for Rutsky, 1 for Gibbons, and 2 for Ono.
So here's Jacob Teeter now. First pitch. Backdoor breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1.
I'm about to give you a stat in a minute, as soon
let's
as
hear
I
it.
figure it out.
I'm excited. I see you counting very aggressively on your scorecard. This is
11 of the last 8 batters struck out.
Look at that. Well, Liu will toss across to first to finish the putout, and that will end the inning. A quick frame for Taiki Ono in his first inning as a Melbourne Ace.
Beautiful. Great work.
Bottom of the 8th on its way. It's 3-1 in Melbourne.
One Love is there for the moments with the people you love the most. To share the highs and the lows together. It's the one for all people, all times, and all places. Brick Lane's One Love Pale Ale. It's the one for all.
Light and Easy's award-winning healthy meal delivery service features over 235 delicious breakfasts, lunches and dinners for everyone to enjoy. From those who want to lose weight to those who want to gain more free time. From those who want to be a little healthier to those a little older who want to age well. There's no shopping or cooking and there's no contracts or subscriptions. Just your choice of affordable, ready-to-eat meals delivered to your door when you need them. Visit lightandeasy.com.au today.
Last of the 8th inning here in Melbourne. The Aces lead by 2. This good crowd on hand for this Saturday evening contest being treated to a good one as right-hander Jeremy Atkinson out for his 3rd inning of work. And after this half inning, the Aces will be 3 outs away from win number 1 of the year. Antonis Macias, top of the order for the Aces, will begin things here in the bottom of the 8th, looking for some insurance. How about Taiki Ono on that bottom, made that top of the 8th?
Looked spectacular, didn't he?
I don't believe there's any action in the Aces bullpen, so maybe he's set to close this thing out.
Well, the way he looked, unless there was something pitch count type thing, which I doubt, why wouldn't you bring him out the way he looked in that last inning?
1-0, swing and a foul straight back. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
The thing I love about a guy like Atkinson, he's been around for a long time. As you look at the Aces bullpen, he's just going to come out and throw some strikes. Not going to make a lot of mistakes. If he does, he does, right? He's just going to keep it, get it in play.
1-1, down low, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just a lot of those veteran guys in this league that, you know, just really know how to pitch, right? They're not going to blow you away with a blazing fastball, but they just know how to pitch.
They do, and especially in a situation like this where outs are really important. 2-1 down off the foot of Macias.
Yeah, you want to keep yourself in the game if you're Canberra, right? It's 3-1. Get out of this inning. See what you can do in the 9th.
After Macias, it'll be Wang and then Bird. Is
2-2.
He eyes his 3rd home run of the night. He'll be the 2nd player in Aces history to do so.
Time
called, granted to Macias. Anytime that you are flirting with Darryl George on any sort of record or list, especially in the context of the Melbourne Aces, that's a good thing. This pitch is swung on and sent in the air. Out to right field. Katsumata to the track, reaches up and makes the catch for out number 1.
Just got under that a little bit, but it was hit pretty well.
Yeah, that would have been his first professional home run right there.
Is that right? Wow.
So.
Okay.
It's in there for him this year. I feel it. 300 down the right field corner. Get one out of here. Again, that 3-homer game for George was against Perth in 2018, January of 2018.
In Perth, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Perth a home run heavy ballpark?
Not that I'm sure. I just was trying to remember if I was calling it, but I wasn't because it was in Perth.
Well, maybe you get to call one here tonight. Wang's 0 for 3, popped out to first, grounded out to 3rd, and struck out swinging in the 5th. 1-0. Side, 2 balls, no strikes. In the 9th inning for the Cavalry, it'll be Warner, Symington, and Palma. 2, 3, and 4 in their order. Exactly who you'd be looking for if you're Canberra. Here's 2-0. Swing, and this one's belted. No doubt about this one. Way back and way gone. Shun Ho Wang knew it from the swing of the bat. And the Aces add on. It's 4-1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
It's another home run brought to you by Crew Fitness, and it is round trip night here at the ballpark. 3 home runs.
I cannot wait to see the replay on this bat flip right in your head. I mean, that bat went flying further than the ball, I think.
They love a bat flip in Korea and Taiwan, no doubt about it.
Well, speaking of homers, here's Greg Bird. He's got 2
Here we
tonight.
go.
First pitch. Backdoor breaking ball outside, ball 1. That's Wang's first homer of the year. Aces now lead by 3. Again, Bird would become the only 2nd player in Aces history to hit 3 homers in a game. 1-0. Now straight back. Count evens up at 1-1.
I wonder if there was a Polaroid shot from Mitch Edwards on that one. How good was that?
It's fantastic.
It was a highlight of the night, just seeing it with that aqua camera, just sitting there taking a photo.
The flash is perfect.
Loved it.
Got a great angle of it.
Yeah, we got to pull that up. Make a note of that, folks. Yeah, I'm sure you already have. They're on top of it here. This Sportscast crew all over it, no doubt about it. They don't need me yapping at them. They're way ahead of me.
I really want to see what the shot looked like. They should start hanging them up. I know the San Diego Padres do that. Over in Major League Baseball, they have a Polaroid they take pictures of. 2-1. Strike called at the knees. Really good spot.
Yeah, it was.
2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bird Flew out to the track in left field his last time up. Looking for some history here on this Saturday night. 2-2. Swing, and this one's cranked. Center fielded deep. Symington back at the track. It is gone!
Oh!
History for Greg Bird. His third homer of the night. The second ace to launch 3 in a game. And Melbourne leads 5-1. Have a night, Greg Bird.
Crew Fitness getting another shout out with that home run. Bird, apologies for ruining your call with a scream, but I could not believe he connected on that. What a shot. And there was the Polaroid again.
There is the shot. My goodness. You could safely say he leads the Australian Baseball League in homers. He joins Darryl George as the only other ace to homer 3 times in a game. It's the first time since the 2017-18 season.
Wow. Disla was trying to make it 3 home runs in a row there with that swing. Almost knocked himself
Would be
off balance.
back-to-back homers. We forgot that was also a back-to-back homers right there with him and Wang. 0-1.
I have seen that once before in a minor league game up in Everett.
Okay.
Against
Aqua
Yakima.
Sox?
It was, I don't know if they were called the Aqua Sox then. I think it was pre that, but couldn't believe it. Back to back to back. It's the only other time I've seen it happen.
0-2. Broken bat, roller to short. Khalil gobbles it up and throws over in time. 2 away.
Wow. What an inning.
Oh, my goodness. Greg Bird.
What a night.
Oh, he's provided basically all the offense as we get another look at the ground out. Or no, the homer from Wang right here. And look at the bat flip. Oh!
How far did that bat fly? Here we go. This will be bat flip cam. Here it comes. Woo!
Smooth. Here's Belvin. Fouled straight back 0-1. That one was a no-doubter. Bird just snuck his out, but it counts just the same.
Bird, I couldn't tell because I wasn't sure with Symington out there. I wasn't sure, but then he turned and looked.
0-1. This one's cranked out to left center field. Symington on his horse reaches up and makes the gliding grab. The ball is absolutely flying here tonight in Melbourne. We head to the top half of the 9th inning. Aces lead 5-1. Take another look. Home run number 3 on the night on a hanging breaking ball from Greg Bird as he sneaks it out for Aces history. Second member of any Aces team to ever hit 3 homers in a game. We head to the bottom, make that the top of the 9th. Aces 3 outs away from their first win of the year when we come back.
One Love is there for the moments with the people you love the most. To share the highs and the lows together. It's the one for all people, all times, and all places. Brick Lane's One Love Pale Ale. It's the one for all.
Light and Easy's award-winning healthy meal delivery service features over 235 delicious breakfasts, lunches and dinners for everyone to enjoy. From those who want to lose weight to those who want to gain more free time. From those who want to be a little healthier to those a little older who want to age well. There's no shopping or cooking and there's no contracts or subscriptions. Just your choice of affordable, ready-to-eat meals delivered to your door when you need them. Visit lightandeasy.com.au today.
Top of the 9th inning, the Aces 3 outs away from the win, and they're up 5-1. And how about some fireworks and extravaganza in the bottom of the 8th inning? Shunho Wang hits a solo homer to left, and Greg Bird hits his 3rd homer of the night. That's right, 3 homers in 4 at-bats. And if you go back to his 3rd plate appearance, it was almost 4 homers tonight.
Unbelievable the way he's seen the ball tonight. Just remarkable.
Well, Taiki Ono will come back out for his 2nd inning of work, looking to slam the door. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Cam Warner will lead things off. Ono from the stretch. First pitch. Take in across the outside corner for strike 1.
Super impressive 8th inning. 2 strikeouts and induced a ground out.
0-1. Down low. Count evens up at 1-1. Well, you mentioned it earlier, Ed. The Aces would love insurance, and it looks like they got some.
Indeed.
Pitch. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
That's a nasty breaking ball.
It is. And I think what not surprises
One ball,
me, but
2
impresses
strikes.
me the most is just almost the confidence that he works with. He is attacking on all cylinders. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is 10 strikeouts now for the Aces pitching staff.
That's right, and that means superior heating and cooling. You got yourself a mention because the team has just struck out 10 batters, and that is very impressive. Actually, after kind of a slow start tonight, he just started racking them up.
Hey, that'll do. That'll do.
So 3 from Tripp, 3 from Rutsky, 1 from Gibbons, and 3 from Ono. That's spread around.
Swing and a miss from Symington, 0-1. It is well spread around. Peter Moylan's got to be pretty happy tonight with his pitching staff.
Absolutely right. I saw him in the parking lot last night. He didn't seem concerned. He's like, we'll get there. We'll be all right.
And he was right. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Tied up Symington and Knotts. And the count moves to 0-2.
Yeah, oh no, just super impressive here. Just coming out, getting it done.
One of the 3 members of the Oryx Buffaloes that will play for the Aces this season.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Stairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Close.
Symington has gotten his steps in so far tonight.
He's also gotten his neck working, too, as he watched Bird's home run fly over his head.
He came close to taking away the 3rd one right there. He had us on the edge of our seats.
He certainly did.
Served on the ground to short. Liu picks it up and retires the speedy Symington.
Beautiful.
2 up, 2 down here for Ono.
Hopefully I can just throw him back to you.
Well, Canberra's down to their final out. Miguel Palma, their final hope. No set from the stretch. The pitch, swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him, 0-1. Max Tanzer and Ed Wyatt, alongside the rest of our Sportscast Australia crew. The 0-1 is a breaking ball down and away. Count evens up at 1-1. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We will be back on the airwaves tomorrow, 1 o'clock p.m. local time. Game 3 of this 4-game set on what looks to be an evened-up series, the 1-1. Swinging a soft roller left side. Charging is Cruz. Picks it up. Throws across in time. Got him.
What a play.
Ball game over. Aces, for the first time in 2024-25,
Sorry, you were right
find themselves in the victory column, and it comes quite emphatically. A 5-1 win, highlighted by not 1, not 2, but 3 homers from Greg Bird, the second member of the Aces to join an elite club. Ed, what a ball game tonight. The pitching was fantastic, and the offense broke out like it needed to.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, and we also talked about needing to even this series. You go in to the next 2 with a 1-1 rather than down 2 when the pressure's on to get a win. At this point, you know, you're in a really decent position no matter what happens with those next couple of games.
No doubt about that. We are going to have a player interview in just a couple of moments. You know, you would think there's only one guy, but there are a couple of really big moments in this game. Shunho Wang, of course, with his first homer as an ace. Jonathan Tripp, can't forget about him. 4 2/3 of an inning's work, only allowed 1 run. But there's no other guy to highlight than Greg Bird.
Yeah, that's something you don't see every day. Very rare occurrence when you do that. But, yeah, you talk about needing the offense, and that's what we talked about, him being a leader, right? He steps up and gets it done. Here we are.
To take another look, there's the first one out to left center field, as it looks like we're getting connected with Greg right now. Here's number 2.
That's a good angle.
Shot out to left center field again.
That hit that train, by the way, moving by. Just a little info for our fans out there.
Yes, so Greg Bird is down there on the field with us as we get another look. Greg, can you hear us down there?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yes, we got you. Greg, congratulations on a phenomenal game here tonight. 3 homers. You're the first since Darryl George to do it. You guys were the only 2 to hit 3 in a game in Aces history. First off, what was working for you tonight? The timing looked good.
Yeah, just being back in the swing of things, I guess. Yesterday I felt all right, so just carry that over into today. That's it.
Hey, Greg, it's Ed Wyatt. What about the weather? I said up here, I said this is home run weather. I literally said that on the broadcast. Do you kind of feel that when you're playing in this sort of weather?
Yeah. Well, I like hot weather, so there's a few more flies. That might be a good thing.
Hey, the ball was flying off of your bat today. So.
Yeah, no, the first one, I think in the first inning there was a fly like pretty much in my eye.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know. It was good. It's warm. I like it. Back with the fellas. It feels good to be back. That was a good win. We needed to get a win tonight. We're missing some key players, so we got to pick up some wins right now. And the pitching's looking really good, and the offense came to life a little more tonight, so we like that.
And your timing, it's good when you're charging up balls the other way to left and then off the batter's eye in center field. How good do you feel right now, especially this early in the season?
Yeah, no, I truthfully, I feel better at this point than I did last year. Obviously, I didn't play last year coming into this, so or not as much. Having the summer under my belt and being able to take care of business in the weight room, I think played a big role in how I feel. So that's good. It's encouraging for me.
Greg, did you feel any pressure at all with the guys away? You're a leader. You're obviously a veteran hitter with experience. Do you feel a little bit of pressure, like you had to step up?
No. I mean, it's why I came back. Like, I like being here. I like these guys, and we're trying to go after a championship. So, no, I think I got to lead these guys however I can and show them the way. So that's my goal.
Great stuff from Greg Bird. You'll have to text Daryl George that you two are the only.
Good company. Good company with Georgie. We'll get, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you guys got to go get a steak or something like that after that. Congratulations, Greg.
Hey, thank you.
3 homers.
Yep.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Greg.
Once again, Greg Bird, a 5-1 win for the Aces. They move to 1-1 on the season. Canberra falls to the same record. And Ed, what a performance from Greg.
Yeah, just remarkable stuff. And you hear him there. He said he likes the hot weather. He loves to play. He loves to play with these guys, to play here in Melbourne. And, we talked about him being a leader, and that's exactly what he did tonight. He led with his offense. He led with his bat. We talked about the Aces needing to come to life. Bird did it 3 times. We need to get some other guys doing it too, but Wang, of course, delivering as well too. Just good scenes, opens up the floodgates a bit. Tomorrow come back. We know we can score some runs. That's something that Bird has sort of opened up for the team here. And there's that shot of Mitch Edwards with that Polaroid.
Snap.
Absolutely fantastic.
He wears 33 on his back, so 3 was the lucky number for him tonight. That was the first as we take a look at the rest of our game highlights. Again, for a long point in this game, Ed, Greg Bird was the only offense against Calderon, who, if you take away a couple of pitches, was really good tonight. We take a look at Arturo Disla right here, picking up a base hit. He had a really good night, a couple of base hits for him, and then Greg Bird steps to the plate again, and this time, dead center field, puts a dent in the batter's eye out there, over halfway up. What a shot. That was his second homer of the night. And again, we talked about it a little bit, he talked about it, but he said he feels better than he did at this point last year, and you could tell that the timing is there when you're driving the ball with authority to that part of the park.
Yeah, that's just something special. That's a special hitter. We know he is that kind of ball player. So while it's remarkable, it's not shocking, right?
And then Shunho Wang gets a pitch over the heart of the plate, sends the ball flying, sends the bat flying. I mean, you look at that. The left fielder, Cam Warner, barely turned around. He gave up on it in a hurry, and I don't blame him. We get another look at the bat flip right here. Crack, and then snap.
Yeah, so I would say Bird home runs, Polaroid, bat flip right there. Those are 3 great things from tonight's game.
Providing some flash. The pitching was really good as well.
Certainly was. Yeah, exactly right. And you can't forget about, as you mentioned earlier, Tripp battling through 4 2/3 innings, only gave up 1 run. Rutsky comes in, is brilliant, 3 strikeouts. Gibbons 2/3 of an inning with a strikeout and was really money. And then Ono looking incredibly sharp in his 2 innings with 3 strikeouts just in 2 innings. So really great stuff from the pitching staff tonight. And look, the Aces would be thrilled. And I don't think Canberra would be that upset, I'll be honest with you. They were in the ball game. They had some opportunities tonight, not a lot, but it wasn't. They were in the hunt for a little while. So it kind of makes for a nice little Sunday, Monday effort here with 2 more games to come.
We got a series here. Again, the opener, a 5-1 final for the Aces. Again, for Ed White, I'm Max Tanzer. For Brendan Jones and Matt McLeish and the rest of our Sportscast Australia crew, we thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Greg Bird hits 3 homers. Shun Ho Wang adds to the party as well. And then on top of that, the Aces move to 500 and pick up their first W of the season. We'll be back on air tomorrow just before the 1 o'clock hour for Game 3 of this 4-game set, a Sunday matinee here at Melbourne Ballpark. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We'll catch you tomorrow afternoon.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.